Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to another exciting episode of Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing. My name is Zach, joined as always by Lane, the legend, Kramer, and in the chat by Toy Mafia and Ron E. What is up, guys? Lane, what are we unboxing today?
Well, we've got Spider-Man 2 Venom 6-scale figure. This is just to kind of give you guys an idea of just how tall this box is. It is a big boy.
Chunky boy, bro.
Yeah.
How tall is the figure? It's like 21 inches?
20.5 or so. So technically, there are ones that are actually bigger. So, other than somebody, obviously you have the quarter. This is basically like if you got one of the quarter scale, like the Boba Fett or something like that. I'm trying to think. There was one other figure too that was like 24 inches tall, I think.
The Hulkbuster and then the green one?
Yeah.
From What If?
Yeah, and then I'm trying to think here.
Hulk isn't that big, right?
I don't think so. The old Hulk? No, I don't think. He's huge. He's in the same ballpark for big. Yeah. I think he's like, 16, 17 inches? So he's big enough. This guy is continuing the legacy of super huge figures. So we've got, obviously, the main box here, Spider-Man 2. They've got a picture of the figure itself here. As kind of for the Spider-Man 2 figures, all the tendrils and gooey tendrils coming out on the box and everything. They did that for both of the Spider-Man advanced suits. Obviously the black suit and such. So they've done that quite a bit. It is interesting that on the sides, they kind of continue that. Here you have the 1/6 scale figure. This is this is nice boxing. It's big, tall, but it's pretty thin and everything. So it's not like super. I mean, most of this is just the figure because he doesn't come with a ton of stuff for the price point, but the size. But obviously, a lot of what you're paying for is the figure here. Though funny enough, he was only like $10. He was like $4 or $5 more to buy than if you tried to buy, say, the Darth Vader Sith Apprentice figure.
Yeah.
So they continue this kind of same pattern and stuff on all the sides of the box. And they even have kind of some of the bigger, thicker, gooey webs here on the back. Spider-Man 1/6 scale collecting figure. So this one is VGM 59. But it's some impressive.
This one first came out, Dee and I were pretty excited, but we were bummed because we didn't think it'd be the right scale.
It might be too big.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. But he was huge in the game. Like kind of bigger than movie Venom and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is nice here. Easy to remove. I see that. Then it gets stuck, of course. Okay. So we've got the cover here. Obviously, they do a nice job with the Marvel figures here. You can see Venom inside here. They've got, here in the corners, you gotta maybe shift it here a little bit, but they still even got some of the goo webbing in the sides. Very nice. Get a first look here at Venom, and as you can see, he takes up the box. So there's no lost space made up of something else with him. And then kind of you've got some of the interior shading. Venom 1/6 scale. Got the Spider-Man symbol right there. Now this is kind of cool. Venom. Some of the different graphicing and stuff. Marvel Spider-Man 2 Venom. I think this is where first time you can see actually big of the whole thing. For Venom. But this helps show off, just kind of let you see what you're in for with this guy.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like trying to pose a quarter scale statue, basically. Okay. All right, so we will move this out of the way for the moment. What's funny is I did compare this guy to some of the other bigger vehicles and stuff that I have.
He's probably as big as Anakin on the stab.
Yeah, he's as tall. I'm willing to bet. You know, where if you see Anakin behind there, he's probably going to be up there. Maybe probably not quite as tall, because I think like if you see Obi-Wan there and everything on the AT-RT, I think he's like 23 inches tall at that point. But for just being a single figure, this guy is obviously kind of crazy. So you've got first here Dish, which are going to come with some of the tendrils and going to come with a couple of the hands. Switch out.
Manny Fresh, what's up, guys? I have that Venom. It's badass. Venom is pretty sweet.
Damn! Wow. Okay, this looks cool. So this has it has the goo tendrils to go plug into the back, and his like larger clawed hands. Damn, I love the color. Now he's gonna have some other tendrils and stuff that you can put like around the arms. I definitely know long term I will not be sticking those on the arms, because those could screw up, put pressure and screw up the body over time. But look how big this is. If you probably compared like some of the tendrils and stuff to like the first movie Venoms, like this is really big. But it's nice, has just a big plug right there.
Manny says that you should put everything that there's not a lot of pressure.
Oh, really? Okay. My main things were going to be the tendrils to go onto the back, and we'll take a look here later. Now, one thing he does not have a lot of is hands. Oh, I want to do a quick shout out to Toy Mafia, because Mafia will be sending me the goo thing for the goo arm for Spider-Man soon.
Wrong Mafia.
Oh.
Toy Mafia is a lovely individual.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about 6-Scale Mafia.
Yeah, 6-Scale Mafia. Whoopsie. Sorry, Toy Mafia.
I'm pretty sure they're different people.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could be the twin. One's the good twin and one's the evil twin we didn't know about.
Ron says, do you think the size would work for a Galactus figure? I mean, how big is Galactus? Isn't it supposed to be massive?
Galactus is like 200 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's the size that he stomps around like Godzilla, man. Now, this is the other second back goo. I really like they have that kind of the very light, the black paint and everything on there. Really shows off really nice on these. Now, these are going to be a pain to stick back in. Okay, I'll move you over here for the moment. These are the big thing, one of the things. These are the hand. These are the claw hands.
God damn, those are fucking huge.
Yeah, I want to show you.
It's like as big as your hand.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, these hands are monstrous. Now, I haven't obviously taken them out yet, but these are a lot bigger than the, hands, his traditional hands that come on him.
God damn.
But you can see you probably got to be a little bit careful with the claws here at the end when attaching them. But there's really nice here. I'm trying to get in there a little bit. But you can kind of make the muscular T-tail and stuff like that on the interior of the hand. Kind of even as this is solid, you can kind of make almost like there's a rippling effect and everything for the goo of the symbiote. Damn, this is so cool looking. And then they've also got kind of see in the middle there between the digits where you can still see little bits of the goo and everything in between connecting. So it has kind of almost like it's a constant. It looks like almost has kind of a constant state of motion to it, even though it's supposed to be, it's solid plastic. But and you can see that's just got a big connection there. But yeah, this looks cool, man. These hands are one of the reasons I got this. This is one of the selling points.
Oh shit! Charlie says one of the hands is made to hold the Spider-Man figure perfectly.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, in some of the pictures they showed that. But look there where you can see the really light colored paint and everything. Really nicely done. But you got to be careful. You impale somebody with these, man.
Scary, bro. Self-defense.
Man, these are. But even here,
That's what I was thinking. Around the Galactus popcorn bucket for a display, like maybe have
$80,
paint it up a little bit better.
But I like too with this hand, the sculpting they did, like for the glue in between the fingers and such, is different than the other hand. So they give them kind of a little bit of a distinguishing thing in their slightly different pose to the digits. Really nicely done. Like these are huge, but very, very nicely done. Okay, so I'm gonna put this there for the moment. Ooh, yeah, trying to stick these back are gonna be fun. All right, so let's get the main event out here. Get this off without destroying anything. Now I will let you go. I don't know if I'm going to do a ton of posing with this guy because he's such a big thing on camera. A little worried with that, but okay. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, I'm going to guess his. Wow, this is a big. This is big pole for him to position him on. Okay, so let's see what else we got here before we bring out the big man himself. Okay, so this is going to be one of the goo tendrils that will go around the arms. Continues the really, really nice look and detail to these.
What's up, Mark P? Why are you a fan of Venom?
Because I read him.
Connection to Venom?
Because I read him back when he first appeared, back in the early '90s, when he became Eddie Brock. And also,
what Spider-Man issue was that? I'm trying to remember. Is it 250 or 299, 300?
Something like that. Now here's one of the first of the original hands. I think it was
299. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see here, this is still a pretty big hand.
It's very glossy.
Yeah, all of this is like, and you can kind of see there. Look how bright that is. My light is just like reflecting off of it. But how much smaller this hand is in comparison to those other ones. Okay, let's stick that there for the moment. Okay, we also have this other arm.
That one's discombobulating. What's up, Star Crash?
Now the good thing,
a hand? Or is that just like a tendril?
That's the tendril to go on the other arm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we are Venom. That is very much true, Charlie. But they
I have
really
to go back
did,
and reread that 299. I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, they did a
I don't
really
remember the
nice
context.
job with, and then here's his other kind of more gesture hand. Now the one thing I will say, he only comes with non-clawed. There's just one set of switch out hands. That's it. So that might be a little disappointing because this is like trooper level of hands.
Yeah, but they're all fucking massive. That hand is like probably as much material as like 15 hands.
I know. I'm just saying. You know. I'm not.
It would have been cool if they had some with like bendy rubber, like with the little wire inside. That'd have been pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Now, of course, we've got the tongues.
God damn. What's up, Marlon?
And what's nice is these are magnetic.
How many hands did it have? Was it 6 or 4?
There's 2 with them and then 4 extra. The 2 big claw hands and then the 2 other ones.
There's like 6 scale figures that only have 6 hands.
I know.
That's not too bad.
Smaller tongue. Now, 2 of these tongues are supposed to be able to work with both head sculpts. You can attach them. This is the kind of medium of the 2. But they do a nice job. See how like kind of that kind of glistening paint, so that it gives gloss. Kind of the slobber feel to the tongue and everything, to all of them. I like the pinks and everything. I just think that they've done a nice job. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Now, here's one of the big things I'm sure people were wanting to see. We're going to take this out really carefully because I've seen, one thing I'm going to be checking on this is I've seen people get some of these with broken teeth.
Oh, that would not be good. You get this one from Sideshow?
Yeah. Okay, I'm taking a look here just real quickly. Nope. Okay, so on this head sculpt, all the teeth are in good shape. The roaring mouth. Gobble, 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 gobble. So you can see they do a nice job, like glistening paint on the inside, so that the tongue will match up really nicely with it. Here you can get a better look at, the eyes. Very shiny, like the rest. Yeah, that's what I've seen Charlie too. That's one of the things I was checking on him, and I'll be checking on the other one too. But I like the roar thing. Just kind of the extra sinew and everything that they've got right here. I'm trying to see if my thing will focus there a little bit on it. All that sinew and stuff that's on both sides to kind of show like the ambidextrous nature of the jaw of Venom and everything is very cool. Now, I don't know which head sculpt I'm going to put on him. I think I'm probably going to use the main one, but I haven't like decided yet or anything. I haven't. Okay. Fortunately, I'm going to show them with both on because obviously they have a quick remove head. So it's going to be easy enough to show them. Okay, so let's get Venom himself out here. Oh yeah, big boy, come here. Okay. Wow, I can smell the new fresh to him. Okay, I'll take this off.
Fucker's huge.
Yes, he is. Whoop. Great. Okay, I'm gonna move him over here for a second.
Don't break anything.
I'm not breaking it. All right, let's get him head reattached. There we go. That's
I'm not sure if you're aware, but you're a little out of frame at the top end.
I'm gonna raise it up here. I thought I.
That fucking dude is massive. Holy fuck! I have the Marvel Legends, and I just don't even want to like open it because I don't even know where the fuck I'm gonna put it. That's fucking huge.
Okay, I'm gonna back him up now a little bit.
Back it up, Lane.
Get
back it up,
Lane. Now the good thing is he does center and like kind of pretty well. But he is huge and beefy and muscly and everything you could ask for.
That's pretty big.
Stick this on here. Okay. So here we've got Venom himself. I'm going to come around here because it's going to be a little bit easier. Now you can kind of see him in frame against me too, for just how big he is.
Like a fucking baby, bro.
Yeah, I know. He looks so cool. The paints and everything that kind of the very highlight. I do worry a little bit here. Okay. He's definitely heavy though, so that might be one thing where you're gonna have to balance a little bit with the. I know, I'm gonna be definitely putting him on his post stand. All right. But this is just cool because for kind of the first time in this scale format, I actually can see him with the full spider symbol, which is what we've been asking for forever. Yeah. Now, he looks really cool. One thing I do like is the seam, at least on this side here, because it's a removable head, is not too bad. Now, the one thing is you are going to see with him is on the hips here, and show you guys right there on the ankles. You'll be able to see them. But the
what on the ankles, like the difference between the foot and then the
the ankle peg there. That's not too bad. Now, the feet don't seem like they do seem pretty tight on him. So they're not a whole lot of movement with them.
Thanks, Star Crash. Appreciate you, bro.
The arms here, I know, can pop out kind of just like an Iron Man. And then they can turn 360. And then put it right back in. We've got the wrists here. Good. So that is about as much with the arm. So they only go to about 90 degrees. So he is a little limited with his articulation, but given how big he is and everything, I don't think I'm completely surprised by that. But the bodysuit will kind of move and stuff with it. So you guys can get your Venom posterior, all you Marvel Rivals players, and then kind of see the full spider symbol. I do like with this one. Now, I will say I decided to get this guy instead of the waiting for the comic one, is because I really like this design for the video game. And then, since I already have the black suit and I'm going to be getting the anti-venom suit, kind of felt like it made sense to get those. All right. So we've got Venom here. I am going to put him flat for the moment. So I want you guys now to be able to see the head sculpt, the main one. I will say, now seeing both, I actually do prefer this one over the kind of roaring one. His teeth, no broken teeth.
Star Crash says to please, for the love of God, use the stand, that he's cruising for a bruising. Have a good day at work, Manny. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Lane, get that stand going, bro. It's going to take a tumble from 6 feet up. Actually, you have experience on this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, so. Woo, this is a big stand.
Yeah, E-Man, that head sculpt is fucking clean, bro.
Here is the stand itself. Holy shit, it is big.
It's a fucking thinner plate.
Yeah. I think this might be a little bit too high. There we go. Right there. Okay. All right. So did that look a little bit better?
Much safer. Do you think this thing could even fit widthwise in a DTOF? Like if you took a shelf out, like left to right? Or do you think it's too wide?
No, it could fit. I think if I mean, you're not going to be able to like do them in a while. I mean, I've seen people do pose. I'm going to be keeping him pretty straight. What I'm going to be trying to do more is using some of the goo and other stuff like that to kind of be more of the storytelling while keeping him a little bit more stable like this. So what I want to do now. Let me see. So see here. So this. Okay, so this one goes there. And then this one is going to attach. Or wait, did I have this backwards? Okay. Okay, so those attach nice and easy. So let me give a little bit raise up here. Now you can see the tendrils there in the back. They attach nice and easy without any issue. I'm going to guess this is probably, let's see here. So this one is, yeah, okay. So how do you like that so far? Let me give a little bit side view.
What did you say, Lane?
There. So I've attached one of the arm tendrils. There. Got both the back tendrils. Okay. So far, this has been pretty easy overall to attach. Okay, so
Please be careful, Lan.
I am. I am.
Are you getting Shin?
Which?
Shin.
From
Ahsoka?
Oh, no. I'm not getting Shinhati. Man, this thing does not want to attach in there all the way.
You're trying to seat the head in?
There we go. I think we got it that time. Okay. So we got that attached, that. I think I'll leave just, I'm not going to try and add the other goo. All right, so. How did that look?
Honestly, bro. Honestly, this might be your finest work yet.
Moving back just a little bit so you get a little bit better viewpoint. So here in a second, I'll give you like kind of one over pass, like up close using my other camera. But as you can see there, kind of give him. Now, I probably am going to do some more finagling to get just him a little bit. I don't know. I might have him like kind of finagle the arms a little bit and everything. And I might use the goo on the other arm. Don't know yet. But just that right there, I think looks so good. Like this figure and stuff. But, you know, this is absolutely not a figure for everybody. Because it is so big. All right, give me a minute here and I'll kind of give you a close-up of everything. Let me finish up here. Okay. So you can see the detail there in the paint for the spider symbol. But you notice it's still got some of the baiting work and stuff, like it's almost not complete on the symbiote itself. And Venom buns for the rivals players. Then the feet. Just so you guys can also get kind of a real nice detailed look while it's attached here. That giant oversized claw hand makes a real big difference. I think I might have imposed something like this. I definitely am going to have the goo on the back there, but I don't know on the arms yet. But I am going to have to kind of look to figure out what I want to do. That I'll be doing tomorrow night. And then kind of get him finalized, and then he's going to go up there to the left of the Batman, at least for the time being. He'll be up there for a little while on the base. If he's on the base, he'll be okay. But overall, I would have to say this guy is an impressive piece. I'm going to say probably a 9.2 out of 10. I think this is one of the coolest Venom they ever did. Now, if he was a couple, you know, maybe 2 or 3, maybe like the size of Carnage even, which we commented was pretty big, that might be a little bit more for functionality would be good, and he would still be massive. But, you know, it is kind of what it is. This is what they gave us. And I would say they did a good job. I would say if you're into Venom, but this is a little too big, I would definitely keep your eyes out for the comic Venom. That's about $400. That's coming later, probably at some point at the end of this year or early next year. Because that one's going to have this, but not be, you know, as big. It's going to be the 15 inches tall or so, like the movie ones. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys.
Hell yeah. Congrats, Lane. Thanks for having us, and yeah, the chat was amazing today. Love you guys. Let me drop that out there. And yeah, Lane, great job. We have CW tomorrow, After Dark Wednesday, Thursday. Need to figure out what's on Thursday, but we're not doing the Friday show, so maybe do some Pokemon streaming. But yeah, love you guys. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Thank you, everybody.